From the Valley's News Channel, this is Channel 5 News This Morning.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us here for Channel 5 News This Morning. It is July 7th, 6:01. I'm Alan Campbell.
And I'm Dina Herrera Garza, and right now it is already very warm outside.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be another scorcher here in the Valley. Let's check in right now with First Warn 5 meteorologist America Keenis, who's tracking our Friday Eve forecast. America, good morning.
No woos this morning for
Too hot for that. Too hot for that this morning.
Know, right? You have to conserve all your energy.
Tomorrow for Friday.
Yeah.
I know, right? You have to conserve all your energy or head to the nearest Rasma stand this afternoon.
Our top story right now, the search is on for a missing Santa Rosa man.
And we're told that he's been missing now for several hours. Channel 5's Lauren Kendrick is live for us this morning in Santa Rosa. Lauren, what's the very latest?
Yeah, that's right, Dina and Alan. 65-year-old Hector Perez has been missing for 12 hours now. He was last seen here at this Dollar General behind me, located along Dukes Highway. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, we saw Santa Rosa Police and Fire Department driving around this area. They are still actively looking for him at this time this morning, and we have a picture of him we want to show you just in case you might have seen him and might know where he is. And again, like we said, he went missing around 6 o'clock last night. Authorities are searching for Hector Perez. Police tell Channel 5 News he suffers from Alzheimer's and is diabetic. Again, he was last seen around 6 o'clock last night here at this Dollar General. He was wearing a red and white shirt, blue pants, and brown shoes. And of course, if you've seen him, if you have any information about Hector Perez, you're asked to call Santa Rosa Police. That phone number for you, 636-1050. Reporting live in Santa Rosa, Lauren Kendrick, Channel 5 News This Morning.
A Mexican drug lord who avoided capture may be trying to re-enter the drug business with the Sinaloa cartel. Rafael Caro Quintero was mistakenly released from prison 3 years ago. The Attorney General in the state of Chihuahua says they have proof he's getting involved again. Quintero walked out of prison when his conviction was overturned. He was ordered to be rearrested, but was never taken off the streets. The Cameron County DA is trying to change the Mexican judicial system. The U.S. Justice Department chose DA Luis Saenz as one of several prosecutors from across the country to teach Mexican prosecutors about a transparent justice system. Changes include letting the public go into the courtroom.
You take that for granted here, but for them it's something totally new. The public is going to be invited in. The public is going to sit there. They're actually going to have a witness on the witness stand. You know, us that are from here going, what's the big deal? We do that here every day. Well, for them, it's a big change to have an actual live witness give testimony on the witness stand.
3 judges will now decide cases. In the past, only 1 judge would make a ruling on each case. 3 cases have already been tried in the new justice system in Mexico. Prosecutors won all 3 cases.
At 6:06 this morning, Valley citrus growers say cartel violence in Mexico is impacting their business. The president of Texas Citrus Mutual says Mexican farmers are having trouble battling the fruit fly because cartels occupy certain land areas where the fly traps are needed. Fruit flies hurt citrus growers' operations. On this side of the border, the USDA uses traps and the mass production of sterile flies to eradicate the bug.
Sterile males will mate with the females, and the offspring will be non-viable, which means we'll have the eggs will be no good, and they won't actually produce live insects.
178 million sterilized flies are released weekly on both sides of the border.
A suburban St. Paul, Minnesota police officer is on paid leave this morning after a fatal officer-involved shooting. The shooting happened in Falcon Heights. Investigators say officers stopped a car on a traffic violation. During the stop, officers opened fire on the driver. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A woman and a child were also in the car. They were not hurt. The shooting is now under investigation. In Baton Rouge, the U.S. Justice Department's Civil Rights Division will lead the investigation into the shooting death of an African-American man. Hundreds have gathered to protest the death. This morning, the man who owns a store where it happened is speaking out. Kim Hutcherson has more.
Thousands gathered for a vigilant protest in Baton Rouge in the parking lot of the Triple S Food Market, where Alton Sterling was shot and killed. The owner of the store had given Sterling permission to sell CDs on the premises. Abdullah Maflahi described what he saw.
I came out the store. They were throwing him on top of the car, tasering him. tackling him onto another vehicle, then throwing him on the ground. That's when both cops got on top of him.
He says he believed Sterling didn't know what the police wanted.
He was really confused. He didn't know what was going on or why they were there. He asked them before when they started trying to push him against the car, what did I do wrong? What's going on?
Maflahi said he never saw a gun in Sterling's hand.
The gun was never anywhere in his hand, nor his hand was inside his pocket. The gun came out after the cops went inside his pocket and pulled it out.
Maflahi got video of the incident on his own cell phone, and it was captured by a store's surveillance cameras. Maflahi said police confiscated the surveillance video, and he hasn't seen it. Kim Hutcherson, Channel 5 News This Morning.
FEMA's Disaster Recovery Center continues to see a steady flow of traffic. The center is averaging roughly 25 to 30 visitors a day. Some folks who are applying for help are being denied assistance. Well, if this happens to you, remember, you can appeal.
You have 60 days for any appeals that you receive once you receive that letter. So the letter might say that for some reason you weren't eligible for, let's say, insurance. You did call your insurance, but you haven't settled with your insurance. You come to the center and they'll explain to you what's missing in that.
The FEMA Disaster Recovery Center is in Mission at 115 South Mayberry Street. Remember, if you can't make it to the center, there are other ways you can apply for help. For more information, log on to our website at krgv.com.
Hillary Clinton trashes Donald Trump's business record on his home turf while Trump is standing by one of his latest tweets. I'm ABC's Stephanie Ramos in Washington. The latest from the campaign trail coming up.
And the traffic is starting to pick up out there on Nolana Avenue by the Jackson intersection, and that's in McAllen, but we do have a few clouds in the sky. It is warm and humid out there. It's only going to get hotter as the day goes on. Stay with us. We'll have your hour-by-hour forecast and a look at some changes headed our way that could include some rain in your 7-day outlook next.
And this morning, we want to remind you, if you have a tip or a story idea, give us a call or send us an email. You can reach us at 866-797-TIPS, or we're just a click away at tips@krgv.com.
That's your updated First Warn 5 forecast. Now let's get a look at traffic with Alan Campbell.
And on this warm Thursday morning, things are moving smoothly out there on all of our roadways, interstates here in the Rio Grande Valley. Let's take a live look right now in the Upper Valley. This is high atop our McAllen Bureau. Taking a peek at the intersection there of Nolana and Jackson, traffic is starting to build up at this hour. Remember, folks, if you are in the far area near this intersection here, you can expect your usual delays at the 281-83 interchange. Now, listen up here. If you are going to be in the Lower Valley, crews are working to repave Boca Chica Boulevard. They'll close all but one lane from Quicksilver Avenue to Eichhorn Boulevard between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. The project is expected to take roughly 3 months to complete. Also, TxDOT is working on Interstate 69E northbound. The construction will impact the frontage road's right lane from Alton Glore to a quarter-mile south in Brownsville. The project will last through July 11th. And folks, watch out for various closures on Highway 100 as crews work to add wildlife crossing areas along the highway. The closures will happen between Share 27 Road and Palm Boulevard. That project will wrap up November of 2017. And remember, folks, if you see a traffic alert or have a traffic update for us, let us know about it and give us a call. Our number is 968-5555, and we'll be back in the next half hour with another traffic update.
His work takes a steady hand and a tiny brush. We introduce you to a hummingbird painter. That's next in Con Mi Gente.
At 6:36 this morning, Brownsville police are searching for at least 2 teens suspected of arson. They're accused of setting 4 fires along D Street. One home was set on fire 3 times. It first caught fire Tuesday at noon, then again just several hours later, and again that very same day around 11 o'clock. A grass fire, doghouse, and mattress along D Street were also intentionally set ablaze. Right now, Stark County is under a burn ban, so are 38 other counties statewide. If you're planning to burn something outdoors, first check to see if your city or even county allows it. And if you do break the rules, you may face a fine and could be held responsible for any damages.
A series of raids in La Jolla has closed at least 2 eight-liner businesses. Border Patrol, DPS, the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office, and Mission Police were all on scene. The Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office opened an illegal gambling investigation after multiple complaints. No word how many machines were seized or if any arrests were made. The DA's office says more information will be released later today. A Valley Police Academy instructor tells us he hopes he'll get his job back. The teacher was put on unpaid suspension after allegations of excessive force. The investigation to the Lower Rio Grande Police Academy in Harlingen began after this video surfaced. The instructor says he's confident the investigation will reveal there's more to the issue than the leaked video shows.
What's absent from the video is the entire explanation from the instructor, explaining what the technique is about and how the instructor performed the full technique, and it shows the full video shows the instructor helping the cadet to get up off the floor.
Police cadets are expected to graduate in August.
Millions in grant money is heading to Valley schools. It's part of a grant signed by Governor Greg Abbott. The grant will provide money to school districts that offer pre-kindergarten. $116 million will be passed out to Texas school districts.
School is free, and the kids learn being in an environment with other kids and learning, and they get to develop their social skills, making friends. It's a really good thing for them to go to school.
There are specific requirements for kids to attend pre-K here in the state of Texas. We have a list of those requirements on our website. We've also placed a district-by-district grant breakdown online so you can see how much money your child's district will be getting. Log on to our website, KRGV TV, after the newscast.
Donald Trump hits a campaign trail with a potential running mate as Hillary Clinton goes after his business record. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the latest in the race for the White House.
Donald Trump loudly taking his campaign to Cincinnati, Ohio. There to introduce him, former House Speaker and possible VP pick, Newt Gingrich. Trump going back to this tweet sent out from his account, using what some believe is the Jewish Star of David to label Hillary Clinton the most corrupt candidate ever, layered over cash. That image many calling anti-Semitic.
Could have been a sheriff's star, could have been a regular star. She shouldn't have taken it down. You know, they took the star down. I said, too bad. You should have left it up.
And then tweeting this photo of what looks like a frozen sticker book with a pointed star asking where the outrage is. As for Hillary Clinton, she hit the Jersey Shore and Trump on his long history and bankruptcies in the state. Clinton standing in front of a faded Trump sign outside the now closed Trump Plaza Hotel on the Atlantic City Boardwalk.
What he did for his businesses and his workers is nothing to brag about. In fact, it's shameful.
Telling her supporters electing Trump as president is a gamble the United States cannot afford. Clinton accusing Trump of abandoning the famous boardwalk and its workers. But Clinton made no mention of the now closed federal investigation into her use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State. This morning, FBI Director James Comey will be in the hot seat on Capitol Hill answering questions about his decision not to recommend charges against Clinton.
Looking to next week, ABC News has learned that the Bernie Sanders and Clinton campaigns have been talking about a possible event in New Hampshire where Sanders will endorse the former Secretary of State. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
Tomorrow is our Senior Expo. It's absolutely free, and all kinds of organizations will be there to help you learn about aging health. Amigos del Valle Incorporated helps low-income families maintain active, healthy, and independent lifestyles. Adult Protective Services helps protect older adults and those with disabilities from abuse, neglect, and exploitation. The expo, again, is this Friday at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes from noon until 6 p.m.
A live look from our Sky 5 camera in McAllen. Just a beautiful start to the day. It is a bit warm, but you can see the sunrise there on the horizon. Sunrise is officially at 6:44 this morning. A few clouds, but then the sunshine comes out and the heat is on. We'll take you hour by hour through your first Form 5 forecast next.
Breaking news, breaking stories.
Welcome back. Well, when it comes to washing your clothes, most people put lights in hot water and darks in cold water.
That's right. Consumer Report says advances in detergents has eliminated the need for hot water. Mary Maloney explains.
One of the basic rules of laundry: the hotter the water, the cleaner the clothes. The reason? Your detergent. Historically, detergents needed the hotter water to be more effective. But Consumer Reports experts say that rule no longer exists. Now there are detergents formulated to work better in the cold water. In fact, Consumer Reports says the cold cycle is more effective at cleaning your clothes and removing stains. If the water hits higher than 75 degrees, the detergents become less effective, and the heat may help stains dig deeper into your clothes. The hot water can also damage some fabrics. Here's when you should use hot water: if you have to sanitize your clothes because of illness, bugs, or if your baby wears reusable diapers. Even then, the hot cycle may not be enough. Use bleach if you need to sanitize, or place those items in boiling water. You can also use your iron to kill germs. So, happy washing on the cold cycle. Consumer Reports says if you use decent detergent and have a machine that's working well, your clothes will get cleaned. For Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney, Channel 5 News.
Excellent.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I was making some notes there for every once in a while when I do laundry.
Every once in a while?
I usually mess up pretty bad when I do laundry.
I'm doing a load.
Really?
Yeah.
I try to, but I usually mess it up pretty bad. Some good notes, Mary Maloney. Thank you. Well, up next here on Channel 5 News this morning, we'll have a look at all of your day's top stories.
Plus, we'll have one final look at your morning forecast. We're back in about 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Break, I mean the upper 90s with a chance for shower by midweek.
Okay, hoping for that rain.
Me too.
That's going to do it for us. More news and weather headed your way in about 25 minutes.
Have a terrific Thursday.
We'll see ya.